Resident Evil, one of my favorite franchises. Actually, it probably is my favorite franchise at this point. Ever since Resident Evil Village, I've just been like all about all of the Resident Evil games. I've always been a fan of Resident Evil, but Village really like brought it back for me. And Resident Evil was up there as a franchise for me, but Village really solidified my love for the series. And I watched all the movies as they came out, and I loved all of them. They're terrible. I understand. I don't see them as actual Resident Evil movies. I see them as like parody, offshoot action movies of the Resident Evil games. We got a movie reboot coming, and I'm probably gonna love it. It's probably gonna be terrible. I just hope that they don't put any like political shit in it. And we got some updates from the residents of Evil. First details, cast and premise revealed. I really want to know about this premise. All right, let's get into it.
Hey guys, JJ here, and it looks like we got our first official details on Zach Krieger's upcoming Resident Evil movie reboot, including the movie's premise and main cast. So with that being said, let's get right into it.
Honestly, I hope they don't try and make it good, like try and make it like a 10 out of 10, because it's going to end up being a 3 out of 10 if they do that. I hope they go for a similar vibe that the original Resident Evil movies did, where it's like over-the-top action. Maybe they can have a better handle on where the story is going to go, because where the Resident Evil movies ended up going was just absolutely insane.
Last year, rumors about an upcoming Resident Evil movie reboot began circulating the internet. Flash forward to today, and those rumors have now been confirmed. The upcoming Resident Evil movie reboot will be directed by Zach Krieger, known for the horror film Barbarian, while appearing at Sony Pictures'
I hear good things about Barbarian. I have not seen it.
CinemaCon presentation. Zach Krieger explained how his upcoming Resident Evil movie reboot will be unlike any of the previous films in the franchise. Here's what he had to say. There's a moment that comes in almost every Resident Evil game where you find yourself in a dark passageway.
Are they gonna make it like Resident Evil 2's vibe? Like it's gonna be smaller and more horror? I'd be down for that.
Your health is almost zero, and there's no way around. You have to go through. But you know, there's something awful for you in the darkness. That is the thrill that Resident Evil games have perfected. My movie will be built in the spirit of those games and follows one central protagonist from point A to point B as they descend deeper into hell. Sources of Hollywood Reporter claim that this upcoming take on Resident Evil is said to be on the right horror track and will feature elements of a wilderness survival thriller.
So it's gonna feel like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 4. I'm down for that. With more of a horror vibe, it's gonna be over-the-top horror instead of over-the-top action. I'm totally down for that.
With all that said, I do think it's safe to say that this will be a complete reboot once again and will not be in any way connected to 2021's Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
Good. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is probably the worst thing to come out of Resident Evil.
I do like the idea of focusing on one central protagonist going from point A to point B, as opposed to Welcome to Raccoon City taking all the characters from 1, 2, and cramming the story into one movie.
I did like Welcome to Raccoon City, though. I did like it. It was awful. It was terrible, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't have minded a sequel.
Moving on now to the cast, Austin Abrams, known for his roles in The Walking Dead and This Is Us, is said to be the choice to star in the upcoming film. Mickey Madison, known for It Girl and Honora, is said to be considered for the female lead. It is still unconfirmed if these...
Are they gonna be Leon and Ada? Because white dude, kind of attractive, long hair, Asian looking woman. I could see it. Or are we gonna have completely original characters? I'd really like to know this.
Actors will be portraying any of the main characters from the games, or if they'll be completely original.
Yeah.
If earlier rumors are true, and this is in fact an adaptation of Resident Evil 0, then we may have just got our first look at Billy Cohen and Rebecca Chambers.
Starting at the beginning, man. Even before the first one. Bro, I hope this happens. I really want... these are two of my favorite characters. I love Resident Evil 0, even though it's stupid hard. Especially Rebecca Chambers. I really like Rebecca Chambers. One of my favorite characters in the entire Resident Evil franchise. Mostly because of the art. like fan art and stuff, fan films, things like that, side stories that she's in.
Only time will tell. Recently, there was a new supposed leak about the plot of Zack Krieger's Resident Evil. I should note this is currently a rumor until officially confirmed. This news comes from Comic Book Resources, and the article says, according to film industry insider Daniel Richman, the upcoming Resident Evil reboot will follow a hapless courier tasked with delivering a package to a remote hospital. He finds himself caught in the middle of an outbreak, and he must fight through the hordes of mutated creatures to survive. Richman went on to say that Abrams' character's name is listed as Brian, but
Hordes of mutated creatures. Sounds like it's not gonna be exactly zombies, or maybe like mutated versions of zombies. Sounds interesting, but I kind of hope it's just mostly gonna be zombies, and then some creatures here and there. Kind of like the Resident Evil games, where it's like in the streets it's zombies, but every once in a while you come across something crazy like a giant mosquito or a giant snake or something, or a plant.
it's possible this just could be a code name. If this report is true, it would fit in line with what Zack Krieger had to say, and it reminds me of the flashback scenario from Resident Evil Outbreak File 2, where the survivors had to venture into the Arklay forest to reach the abandoned hospital. This would explain the wilderness survival elements previously discussed, and honestly, that idea has me very intrigued. I've always said that I would much rather an original story set within the world of Resident Evil.
Oh man, if it's gonna be an original story with original characters, with an entire original franchise that's just kind of based around the story of Resident Evil, that would be a dream come true, man. I don't want to just have a rehashed version of the games. I want completely new stories, new characters. I think that a lot of the Resident Evil characters are getting kind of old. We're not getting enough new characters. And if we get new movie characters, they might even be put into the games, if they're good enough. I hope this happens.
That way they could tell a story that's unique and interesting from a new character's perspective like Outbreak, without rehashing or retelling stories from characters that we already know and have seen in the games. In my opinion, this would be the safest route. Zack Krieger's Resident Evil is said to begin filming this summer in Europe and will be produced by both Constantine Films and PlayStation Productions, and is scheduled for a September 18th, 2026 release. So there you have it.
That's a long time from now. I wish we could stop hearing about these things way before they come out. I want rumors to be dropping like a month before release, and we still don't really know about it being confirmed or not, and then they just shadow drop it. I wish everything was just shadow dropped, so we didn't have to be hyped about things. So I'm probably gonna be hyped about this for a while, especially the more information that leaks out about it.
On our first details for Zack Krieger's Resident Evil. I'm hopeful that Zack Krieger truly understands what makes Resident Evil special to so many, but after my disappointments over Welcome to Raccoon City and Netflix's Resident Evil, I think it's probably best to keep my
Oh yeah, I forgot about that Resident Evil show. I didn't even watch it, I don't think. I think I missed that one. I might have to watch it. I'm not paying for it, I'll tell you that.
expectations in check. Shifting gears real quick, I'd like to take a second to plug our new Resident Evil fan series we're working on titled Resurrection: A Biohazard Story. Resurrection will feature the original live-action cast of the first Resident Evil as they return to reprise their roles.
That sounds really awesome. I might react to that on the channel. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Probably tomorrow.
Set in Mexico, the team will assemble to investigate a new biological outbreak. Things will become more complicated when a ghost from their past returns. I bet you can guess who that is. Crowdfunding for Resurrection will begin May 1st, so if you enjoyed The Keeper's Diary,
Oh, it's not out yet? Oh man, I thought it was out. Oh wait, they have something out about it. I'll react to that. I think it's like maybe a sneak peek or a trailer or something.
Biohazard Story, check out our announcement video for Resurrection, link will be in the description. As for Zack Krieger's Resident Evil, we won't have to wait long for more information. But now I'm curious to know your thoughts. What do you think about what Zack Krieger had to say about Resident Evil? What do you think about the cast?
I'll tell you what I think. I think it sounds very, very promising. The only way that they can screw it up, in my opinion, is if they bring politics into it. If they bring real world stuff into this movie, or if they got bad writers that are like involved in politics. I think that's the only way that they're gonna screw this up. Everything else so far that I'm hearing from these rumors and leaks sounds great. It sounds like exactly what I want from this new movie reboot franchise. And I hope it sticks.
And who do you think they'll be? Do you think they'll be from the games or original characters? Are you excited for Zach Krieger's Resident Evil?
I am very excited, actually. Now, the more rumors and leaks come out, probably gonna make me even more excited. And I hope it's either really bad or really good. I hope it's not mediocre, and I really hope that there's no political stuff. I don't even care, like, not even just talking about woke. I hope there's not stuff on the other side if it's not woke. I hope the pendulum doesn't swing too far in the other direction.
Let us know down below in the comments and let's have a discussion about it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and for all the latest news on the upcoming Resident Evil movie reboot, make sure to subscribe.
I'll have them linked down there in the description. Residents of Evil is my go-to for all of my Resident Evil content. I watch them just about every day because I love Resident Evil. Resident Evil 4, I'm currently playing through the original on professional difficulty on my gaming channel. Link down there in the description. I cannot wait. Buy a t-shirt or something, also down there in the description. I'm out!